Good morning, evening, or afternoon to all of you beautiful people. Josh here to bring you some sweet voice-based content. So for those of you who don't know, August has been the busiest month of my entire life. By the time this video goes out, I would have been to 3 different weddings, one of which was a 5-hour drive away, played at 5 gigs with 3 different bands, been a part of 4 different projects at work, and then done the usual keeping up with life on this channel and general life stuff, working on other projects and trying to get some more auditions out there. Oh, also I built a new desk for my office. I'm fucking tired. Oh yeah, I also cast my first project. For those of you who don't know, I was given permission to dub The Dragon Tamer, which is one of my favourite webtoons, and I'm super hyped to get started. But the casting process was a combination of things I got right, things I got wrong, and things that I did okay with, but could have done better. All in all, a really great learning experience. So let's talk about it. Without any further ado, let's go! So firstly, my casting call document was, in my eyes, very, very close to being spot on. And the reason for this was just really paying attention to how other people do casting calls. Abigail Stewart, who I've mentioned on the channel before, shout out to them, actually ran a really great lecture on casting calls and their structures, which really helped me massively with my casting call and getting it up to scratch. Somebody else who also gave me a lot of influence and instruction was my friend Lou. The way that he does his casting calls, absolutely killer. Really, really concise, clear information, loads of great images, and it really gives you an idea and a feel for everything that you need to know. I also ran the casting call by them and they said it was good, so yay! The only thing that I should have done was I should have requested contact emails and Discords and something to contact them through the Google form that I created for the auditions rather than just trying to get that information through Google Sheets. As unfortunately, Google did mess up and not record some of the emails properly. Luckily, I was still able to trace the info and contact all the cast members, but lesson definitely learned. That was a couple of hours of just pure stress. Secondly, I did not expect the number of auditions that I received for this project. Over 200 auditions came through for this project, and it was overwhelming the amount that I had to choose from for my cast. Genuinely ecstatic, but majorly overwhelmed. So firstly, I want to take a moment to thank everybody who put in the time and effort to audition for this project. I'm so humbled by the response. And secondly, no matter how small you are or how small you think you are or how small you think your audience is, you might end up with a pretty heavy amount of auditions for your project. So just be prepared for that. Thirdly, choosing your cast. Now this was a really difficult process, but I did have a few things that really, really helped me when choosing the cast. Firstly, cast voices that you think will work well with each other, not just who you had in mind for the character. Be open to having your mind changed. Keep an open mind and be excited to hear something completely unexpected. I definitely had a voice in mind for every character, but there were some auditions that really surprised me with how much better it was compared to what I thought it should be. It was fun, it was exciting, it made me rethink exactly how I was going to structure things. Keep the material open while you're looking through the auditions. It really, really helps if you can hear and see everything that's supposed to be going into the project. And finally, this is more just an admin thing, but narrow down the characters one at a time. So to explain it in a bit more detail, the way that I structured choosing the characters was I would go through each character, choose my top 3 to 5, maybe a little bit more auditions, and then set those aside, move on to the next character, choose my top ones from that, then go back to the first character and narrow it down further from there. Maybe I'd narrow it down to just the top 3, maybe I'd narrow it down to just 2. Maybe I somehow, after listening to everything else, have found just the one audition that I thought was perfect. For me, it just really, really helped, so take the advice or leave it, it's totally your call. Now, this next point is both for voice actors and directors. I learned the hard way that some people do not read the casting document properly. Even when it was something as simple as asking for the format for the auditions to be ABC, ABC. Some people did AA, BB, CC. Some people did ABC, AA, BB, CC. One audition, for some reason, even did CBA, ABC. I wish I was joking. So if anyone is casting a project for the first time, be prepared. Some people straight up will just not read the document properly and will audition blindly. And to my fellow voice actors, for the love of Jeebus, read the document. It can be the difference between you getting casted and somebody else getting casted. It doesn't matter how well you did the audition. For some directors, if you can't follow instructions, that's it. Oh, and as a side note, and this might just be a personal thing, I don't really know, unless the casting call asks you to, don't bother slating. It just takes up extra time, and again, for some people it can be the deciding factor as to whether you get the part or the person who didn't slate gets it. And finally, the final point that I've learned, schedule things ahead of once the call is done. With August being such a busy month for me, I had to schedule things really later on, and I was kind of a bit flimsy with dates, if I'm being completely honest with myself. I've not been as communicative with my cast as I really should be, and that's really not a good thing for a director to do. When you're leading a project, you are the voice of reason, you're the head of the table, you are everything that these guys are looking for direction and instruction. You have to be confident, you have to know exactly how things are going to run. And if you don't, figure it the fuck out. And again, it's something that I personally have not been good with so far, but I'm learning, I'm getting there, and I'm genuinely trying my best. And honestly, I'm having fun learning and doing these kind of projects, because it's just making me better, and means that more projects in the future, I might be actually kind of good at this. That might be nice. And there we go, so that is what I have learned from casting my first project. I've definitely made my share of mistakes, but I'm hoping that I can continue to learn and grow with this project as it goes on, and honestly, I cannot wait to get started with these amazing actors. I cannot wait to share the cast with you. So for now, I must of course pass the question on to you. Have you ever cast a project before? If so, what have you learned and how have you improved? If you're a voice actor, who were some of the best directors you've worked with and what made them so great? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, if you did enjoy this video, then do leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more beautiful voice-based content. Keep your eyes out for my next video. I do upload every 2 weeks, but until next time, thank you so much for watching. I hope your August has been a lot more chill than mine. I hope you're all doing well, but above all else, I hope you fantastic, beautiful, magnificent souls all stay wonderful.